From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
It's primary election day for Congressional District 8. More than a dozen candidates are running for Trent Frank's seat in Congress after he abruptly resigned last December.
U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced a new opioid policy today, how the new task force plans to attack the epidemic nationwide and here in Arizona.
And a bill inspired by a Phoenix police officer who committed suicide aims to help first responders receive better counseling for PTSD.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Noelle Lilly.
And I'm Tyler Paley. Thanks for joining us. Polls are open for a few more hours in a special primary election for Arizona's 8th Congressional District. And there's a higher than expected voter turnout in the race to replace former Representative Trent Franks, who resigned last year amid sexual misconduct allegations. Many are calling the special election a race between Republicans. Cronkite News reporter Sydney Eisenberg talked with voters today.
I hit the polls today to talk with voters about the influence party had on their decision today. Those I spoke with say party didn't influence their decision. What did was the issues. Some of the 15 Republican candidates, including Phil Lovas, are aligning themselves with the president to help win over Arizona voters. While President Trump won the popular vote across Arizona, here in Maricopa County, he only won by 47%, one of the smallest winning percentages across the state. Voter William Nagel says a candidate being pro-Trump did have an impact, but did not completely sway his decision.
It wasn't the main thing, but it did have a little bit. I want people to have their own thoughts. That's why we put them there. But I don't want them to just be voting Republican or Democrat just because that's what you are. On the other side, Peter Lewis says whether a Democratic candidate speaks out against the president doesn't sway his vote. However, he understands the power the office has and thinks the candidates should too.
But he's the president. He's got a lot of juice. He's the back you got to scratch in Washington.
Nagel is worried that recent elections have turned the conversation away from what they should focus on.
Normally, it's a issue-driven vote, but it's getting to the point where I don't think it's issues anymore. It's party. According to the Secretary of State's office, they had received over 100,000 early ballot votes, only 3/4 of what they expected to see. They say they will begin posting results around 8:10. In the Media Center, Sydney Eisenberg, Cronkite News.
The District 8 race has several women vying for the U.S. House seat. Tyler Fingert is in our broadcast center with a look at the trend that has more women on the ballot this year.
Arizona is a leader when it comes to women in politics, with the state legislature made up of 40% women. But the story is different on the national level.
As of today, I am a candidate for the United States Senate for Arizona.
I'm ready to get to Washington and serve us all.
It's a trend that's hard not to notice. Women in potentially record numbers running for political office.
I think this is a chance to really show how new blood and new ideas and women can shine in politics and in Washington, D.C.
Kelly Ward is hoping to be the first female senator from the Grand Canyon state.
I think it's great that women are breaking those glass ceilings, but I don't want to make it all about, hey, we need the best woman for the job. We need the best person for the job. We need the best representative for the job.
But some candidates, whether they admit it or not, are making their gender part of the discussion.
I'm a fighter pilot, and I talk like one. That's why I told Washington Republicans to grow a pair of ovaries and get the job done.
Representative Martha McSally is also running for Arizona's open Senate seat. So is Representative Kirsten Sinema. There are men in the race, like controversial former Sheriff Joe Arpaio, but it's the number of women that are raising some eyebrows.
I think it's a story. I mean, you have 3 of the 4 major candidates in running for the U.S. Senate are women. I don't think that happens very often.
Kim Fritkin is an Arizona State University political science professor who co-authored a book called The Changing Face of Representation.
Having women in powerful positions in government actually mobilizes other women It makes them feel more engaged.
It's not just happening in Arizona. Women are seeking office across the country. According to the Center for American Women and Politics, 50 female Senate candidates have filed or are likely to file for the midterm elections this year, up from 40 in 2016.
The national movement, the Women's March, the Me Too movement, I think that's all feeding into mobilizing women to run for political office.
Allegations of sexual harassment are shaking up the political field, including here in Arizona. Former Congressman Trent Franks resigned after allegations of inappropriate conduct that led to an investigation, allowing women to step up and run for office.
I believe that elected officials who abuse the system and hurt other people through sexual harassment or sexual abuse have lost their privilege to serve, and they should resign.
Women lawmakers in Washington are a small minority, making up only 20% of Congress. But the energy is changing at the local level.
We have the highest number of women serving in the entire country in any state legislative chamber.
Kimberly Yee is the Arizona Senate Majority Leader. She says she was inspired to get into politics when in 1998, all 5 of the state's top offices were held by women.
I have been a long advocate for encouraging young women to not only get involved civically in their local jurisdictions, but also to encourage them to be leaders in their communities.
And while some of the women we talk to are running against each other, they understand the significance of winning.
I think women have to see women running to be inspired to do that, and the more who run, the more it just sort of self-perpetuates the excitement in women getting involved.
A desire for change, pushing more women into politics. If Republican Debbie Lesko wins the primary tonight, we could be looking at an all-female lineup when it comes to Election Day in April. In the broadcast center, Tyler Fingert, Cronkite News.
The U.S. Justice Department has a new plan for targeting the opioid crisis by taking aim at manufacturers and distributors of the powerful painkillers. Cronkite News reporter Shelby Lindsay is tracking today's announcement in Washington.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions has a solution for fixing the problem: a lawsuit against any unlawful opioid distributor across the nation. Sessions, flanked by attorneys general from states hardest hit by opioids, said the crisis cost the U.S. more than $115 billion last year. And it's just going to get worse.
Over the next 3 years, this crisis will cost another $500 billion.
In Arizona, new data from the Department of Health Services shows that in January alone, there were more than 400,000 opioid prescriptions dispensed in the state. In an effort to slow the spread of opioids in the state, the legislature last month imposed a 5-day limit on first-time opioid prescription, while providing $10 million to help get treatment for those with little or no health insurance. Sessions' plan targets overprescriptions as well.
The pill task force will focus in particular on targeting opioid manufacturers and distributors who have contributed to this epidemic.
But Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro joined others at the event who said law enforcement is only part of the solution.
I believe that addiction is a disease, not a crime, which is why we have to work together to make sure that those who have accepted personal responsibilities have avenues to treatment.
We reached out to Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich, but he was unavailable for comment Tuesday. In Washington, Shelby Lindsay, Cronkite News.
Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich has joined a 20-state coalition suing over Obamacare. The coalition argues that Congress repealed the tax aspects of the individual mandate, but left the mandate for health insurance coverage in place. That's why they now want a federal district court in Texas to rule that the rest of the Affordable Care Act is unconstitutional. Today, advocates from Protect Our Care issued a statement saying, quote, "It's time for Mark Brnovich and President Trump to move on from their war on Arizonans' health care and start working on bipartisan solutions to protect people's coverage and bring costs down." They say undoing the ACA would mean a loss of coverage for more than 465,000 Arizonans.
Some other state officials are taking a different tack on federal health care funding. States like Arizona say they can make health care dollars go further if they have flexibility in how programs are run. Ariana Bustos in our Washington bureau takes a closer look at so-called Medicaid waivers.
Section 1115 demonstration waivers allow states to expand and experiment with their Medicaid programs. But Arizona has operated its Medicaid agency through an experimental program for 36 years. 99.7% of the state's Medicaid expenditures are now spent on programs run under such waivers. Tom Betlock, director of Arizona's Medicaid agency, says that's because it works.
We have one of the lowest costs in the United States, well below the national average as it relates to Medicaid spending. Part of our success is our ability within our long-term care program to deliver services to our members in a home and community-based setting because it costs about a third of what it costs to serve somebody in a nursing facility.
Betlock spoke at a panel on Capitol Hill this week to defend the use of waivers and promote state flexibility. But a recent Government Accountability Office report says there is not enough evaluation being done on the success or failure of the waivers. Catherine Iritani, director of healthcare at GAO, says the demonstrations are intended as research, and states like Arizona need to show results.
Evaluations are an important part of the use of the authority from the standpoint of actually learning from these demonstrations.
Betlock says the problem is the waiver process as a whole.
I guess it identified some concerns as it relates to Arizona's waiver. What I think it's really reflective of is the fact that the existing 1115 waiver process is broken and needs to be fixed by Congress.
Betlock says Congress should make Arizona's demonstration programs permanent instead of renewing them again and again.
It should be fixed to recognize the permanency of programs like Arizona that have successfully shown how they can use 1115 waivers to benefit the population that we serve and the taxpayers who pay for our program.
Reporting from Washington, Ariana Bustos, Cronkite News.
Police officers and firefighters put their lives on the line to save others, but their mental health is also at stake.
That's right. Coming up on Cronkite News, a bill that provides more resources for first responders to combat post-traumatic stress disorder.
With 804,000 family caregivers in the state, a new bill may offer a tax break for those looking after their loved ones.
And managing editor of the PBS NewsHour. The journalists of tomorrow face a fast-changing media landscape, but quality news remains vitally important to our communities, our country, and our world. At ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, students learn solid, reliable reporting, holding the powerful accountable, and rebuilding the public's trust. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, preparing the next generation for a stronger future of journalism.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles.
In Cleveland. In Washington. In Louisville.
From Jerusalem.
Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
First responders, law officers, and emergency crews alike often face the unthinkable. A new bill in the state legislature aims to help public service employees struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder. Reporter Gabriel Gamino explains how the suicide of a former Phoenix police officer led to this proposal.
I don't care. Can you put a value on somebody's life?
Rebecca Tiger was married to Craig Tiger, a former Phoenix police officer who died by suicide in 2014. She says he didn't receive the proper help to deal with this PTSD after being involved in a fatal shooting in 2012, which is how HB 2501, also referred to as the Officer Craig Tiger Act, came to life.
And when I talked to law enforcement, they told me that PTSD is the #1 killer of cops. And so I thought we really should address that issue.
The bill makes several changes to current law. For example, it would increase the number of counseling visits an employer must pay for from 12 to 36. Additionally, it calls for the employee to receive full pay and benefits while they are in treatment, which has caused opposition from organizations like the League of Cities and Towns.
I've talked to the League of Cities and Towns, and what they tell me is this is just purely a dollars and cents issue.
In a statement provided to Cronkite News, the league said that no research has been done to show whether the current treatment process is effective. It goes on to say, quote, "The league continues to be sensitive to the issues and has suggestions on how to provide all the necessary treatment in a way that is responsible considering our stewardship of taxpayer dollars. Because of our financial position where police and fire make up the largest portion of city budgets, we should not legislate by anecdote. Any changes in this area need to be carefully considered and substantiated by facts and data." Boyer said he will continue working with stakeholders to make sure the bill gets signed. As for Tiger, she says that the bill would have helped Officer Tiger.
I think it would have made all the difference in the world. I believe wholeheartedly that he would still be here.
In Phoenix, Gabriel Gamino, Cronkite News.
Now, the bill passed in the House by a 57-2 vote and is now waiting to be heard in the Senate.
The state legislature is looking to give back to those who take care of loved ones who need supervision. According to AARP, Arizona caregivers spend about $7,000 out of their own pocket each year when caring for a loved one. HB 2087, more commonly known as the Arizona Family Caregivers Income Tax Credit Bill, provides caregivers with a 50% credit for related care expenses with a maximum credit of $1,000 per year. Qualifying coverage includes credit for expenses such as transportation, home modifications, and adult daycare.
Family caregivers in Arizona, they are really a secret army going to work every single day caring for their loved one. And they're doing what they really want to do, but they often do pay a price, sometimes with their own health. So it's really critical that we get family caregivers the help that they need to keep doing what they want to do.
According to AARP, every year Arizona family caregivers provide 749 million hours of unpaid care to help their loved ones live independently. The value of this assistance totals nearly $9.4 billion. The bill has passed the House and is set to be heard in the Senate. Dust storms are far too familiar for Arizona residents.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how ADOT is trying to get ahead of the dust.
And temperatures in the mid-70s. I'll tell you what days coming up.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles. In Cleveland. In Washington. In Louisville.
From Jerusalem.
Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
I'm Ted Simons, host and managing editor of Arizona Horizon. Join us each weekday at 5:30 and 10 as we bring you the top newsmakers who impact the state. We cover the stories in depth that shape and affect our local communities, and we take the time to ensure that all voices are equally heard. For more than 30 years, Arizona Horizon has been your voice and your source for what matters most, right here on Arizona PBS.
As storms move in, dust can get kicked up. These storms can make seeing the car in front of you impossible. It's something the Arizona Department of Transportation has been working on. Cronkite News reporter Nicole Costantino is live in Eloy, where some new technology is going in to try to keep the dust down. Nicole?
Tyler, here along I-10 and State Route 87, the freeway is getting wider. Along with this construction, ADOT plans on putting in a new dust storm detection system.
This is the site of the Arizona Department of Transportation's future dust storm detection system, the first of its kind. ADOT will have cameras and radar systems set up along the stretch of the I-10 freeway about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson to detect dust storms in real time. When visibility is reduced, automated overhead message boards will be triggered, notifying drivers. That's when ADOT spokesman Tom Herman says drivers need to do the right thing and pull over.
When you see a dust storm and you can't see where you're going, pull off the highway, pull aside, stay alive. That's been our mantra for the past 7 or 8 years, and we really think that's going to continue to be an important part of this.
It's all in an effort to protect drivers on one of Arizona's busiest freeways and save lives.
It's a very important section for the 2 largest metropolitan areas in Phoenix where people are driving back and forth. So this will help millions of people.
ADOT says they chose this stretch of the I-10 because it's the area where they've seen the most dust-related accidents. They expect the system to be complete fall of 2019. Live in Eloy, Nicole Costantino, Cronkite News.
Well, no dust in our valley skies right now, Noelle.
No, not now, but in the high country, some more snow may be on the way. Courtney Malley is tracking our forecast.
Thanks, Noelle. But first, before we talk about that snow and rainfall, we're going to take a look at our highs and lows for today. Today, we hit 69 degrees earlier this afternoon, and 43 degrees was our low this morning. A little bit more on the chillier side, a little bit lower than our average temperatures, but nowhere near as cold as 28 degrees in 1964. As for our temperatures for the next 24 hours, due to a weather system coming across our state, we are going to see some rain this evening into tomorrow morning. So around 7 a.m., our temperatures are only going to be in the low 40s, and as the day progresses tomorrow, they're only going to be in the mid to upper 50s. We might see the 60s, but I wouldn't count on it. Let's take a look at the storm system moving across the state. You'll see in southern Arizona, that is where most of the rain is going to hit, but we are going to see some rain in Phoenix and some light snow up in Flagstaff. As for your 7-day forecast, we are looking at 60s and 70s for the next few days. And the weekend looks like it's going to really feel like spring with lower 70s and sunny skies. For Cronkite Weather, I'm Courtney Malley.
National car insurance rates are skyrocketing, but is living in Arizona actually saving you more money on your vehicle?
Coming up on Cronkite News, find out if you live in one of the top 10 zip codes for highest car insurance rates.
Fridays, it's at Cronkite News, your social sharing connection where you choose the news. Facebook likes and shares, tweets, retweets, and favorites. YouTube views and subscriptions. We're watching you watch us. From our digital home at cronkitenews.azpbs.org to your television, web browser, or mobile device. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Then join us for at Cronkite News, our weekly refresh, each Friday at 5 on Arizona PBS.
Millions of people die every year from drinking dirty water. I would never have felt I had the ability to do something without ASU pushing me. We built filtration systems out of local materials with the people. To see those kids drink clean water for the first time, it's the most rewarding feeling that you can ever have. I went to ASU because I wanted to change the world. The thing I never would have expected is how the world would have changed me.
A recent study found that auto insurance rates are at an all-time high. However, prices in Arizona are relatively lower than others in other states. Abdel Jimenez talked to people in the valley about how they budget for insurance.
Auto insurance rates continue to go sky high. Americans are paying more for car insurance now than they were in 2011, according to a new report by the Zebra, an insurance quoting website. Megan Berkner, an Arizona State University student, pays about $120 per month.
If I get a ticket, that's never fun. I've gotten, so the first one you could clear out, but then the second one they make you pay, and then that usually ups your car insurance a lot.
The report says drivers can pay up to 20% more if they're caught driving over the speed limit. While the average American pays more than $1,400 for auto insurance each year, despite Arizona's lower comparable prices, Phoenix itself is not immune to those high rates.
We're in the 85017 area code. That's probably one of the most expensive in Phoenix. It is a city. Is it the 4th or 5th largest city in the nation, and that does contribute to that.
One of the many ways people can save for car insurance is by bundling it up with other policies like home insurance. But this can be a challenge for many young people who don't own a home. And although many shoppers focus on the price of their insurance, Nixon suggests focusing on other factors too.
So you need to know what you're getting first.
Nixon says, take a closer look at just how much you would be responsible for in case of an accident. What benefits does the insurance company offer? And see if your rating score can offer the best option for you. Berkner says she still manages to pay for her car insurance, despite it having gone up after she received that second ticket.
I usually just put aside what I get for my paychecks and put that towards my bills. And then my fun money is what I make for tips.
In Phoenix, this is Abdel Jimenez for Cronkite News.
Nixon says the auto insurance company he owns offers a student discount for those who maintain good grades.
But another way to bring down those rates is live where the insurance simply costs less. Rates in the Phoenix metro area are about $1,000 higher than the state average. In a cost comparison of 77 cities, these are the top 10 zip codes with the highest premiums, starting with 85017 right along the I-17 corridor and ringing the center of downtown Phoenix. So who pays the least for car insurance? According to this study, the lowest rates are in Prescott Valley, Clarkdale, Paulden, Verde Village, and Dewey-Humboldt. Well, that's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.